In a small village surrounded by verdant fields, there lived a boy named Mazen with his parents and his wise grandfather, Salem. Mazen was an intelligent lad, yet he failed to comprehend the significance of time. He would procrastinate his lessons, spend his time playing aimlessly, and believed he had all the time in the world to fulfill his dreams. One tranquil evening, as the moon illuminated the sky and stars twinkled, Grandfather Salem sat on his rocking chair on the porch, watching his grandson who was tinkering with his toy cars without purpose. The grandfather smiled warmly and said, "Mazen, have I ever told you about the precious secret of time?" Mazen looked up with curiosity and said, "The secret of time? No, Grandpa. What is it?" The grandfather took a deep breath, then said, "Let me tell you a story about a young man named Yasser, who was very much like you when he was young." Mazen's eyes widened as he drew closer to his grandfather, who began the tale. A long time ago, there lived a young man named Yasser in a village much like ours. Yasser was energetic and intelligent, but like you, he didn't value time properly. He postponed everything, saying, "I'll do it later," when his mother asked for help in the field. When his father advised him to learn a trade, he'd say, "There's plenty of time." And when his friends invited him to study together, he'd reply, "What's the rush? I'm still young." Mazen shook his head and said, "But Grandpa, don't people always have enough time?" The grandfather smiled wisely and said, "Yasser thought the same, but listen to the rest of the story." The days turned into months and years, and Yasser found himself having missed many opportunities. His friends became successful. Some became teachers, others merchants, bricklayers, and engineers. Meanwhile, Yasser remained without a trade, skill, or clear goals. He tried to start afresh, but found that time had passed, and he required double the effort to catch up. Mazen lowered his head and softly asked, "Does that mean he couldn't achieve anything?" The grandfather chuckled gently and said, "It wasn't impossible, but it was very hard. He had to work day and night, exerting more effort than others to achieve what they had." In the end, Yasser learned the lesson, but also realized that had he utilized his time from the start, he would have reached his goals with ease and joy. The grandfather paused for a moment, then gazed at Mazen with warm eyes and said, "Time is like a river. It never flows backward. Every passing moment is a treasure that should be seized, or you may regret it one day." Mazen lifted his head thoughtfully, then said, "So, I should learn to organize my time and use it wisely, shouldn't I?" The grandfather smiled and patted his grandson's shoulder, saying, "Well done, Mazen. Time is the most precious asset a person has, and the clever one knows how to invest it profitably."